You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
All right, speakers are off. I think we're ready to go. So yeah, this is because we said so. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2. We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey, hey.
And we got Marcos in mic 4. Boom. So yeah, you can get us at our website, BWSSpodcast.com, Facebook, Twitter, BWSS Podcast, Instagram, where we spend most of our efforts, is BWSS Cast. We release 2 shows a week. First show is the weekend news. The second show is the fun stuff. And so that means this is the fun stuff. So BWSS episode 44. We're going to be talking about microdosing, which is something that's starting to get a little bit more attention lately. Marcos actually has some insight on it, which is cool. I actually have the top 5 Russian hacks against the United States. We've got beef as well, Lucas's weather, and then, of course, everyone's second favorite segment, or maybe like 5th, I think.
Laz's Corner of Positivity.
It's a good one, though.
It's a good one? All right, cool. So, yeah, he's got his Christmas shirt on. Let's get a zoom in. Oh, is that a surfing Santa?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. All right. Well, good deal, man. So, yeah, we're going to get into microdosing. I like the shirt. It's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Very Christmas. Actually, I got my own little thing here. Bottles. Limoncello has officially been bottled. So I got 15 bottles this year. I thought I was going to have more, but you always lose some in the process. They call it the Angel Share. Other people, the Devil's Cut, whatever. It's called the Angel Share, which is what they use in Scotch and whatever. So you can saw my little bottles up there. And what's interesting, if you look closely, it's limoncello bottles decorating the tree. And if you zoom in really, really close, you'll see there's a tree on that bottle, and on that bottle are other bottles. But when you zoom it down, or when you shrink it for printing, it doesn't get all that amazing detail. So you got my little tree here, a couple bottles, some candy canes.
So cute.
I stole one of the candy canes from my drink, ain't gonna lie. So microdosing. So I actually have some information here, so I thought it'd be good. It's not like a ton, but I have some information here just to kind of like give you a little bit of the groundwork of what it is. And then Marcos, we can go into kind of your thoughts and your experience and stuff like that. And this is Scientific American. So I wanted to find something like real reputable and doesn't get much more, especially in the science realm. Scientists are starting to test claims about microdosing. This is August 24th, 2018. Dennis van der Meijden, Meijden, could be Meijden, isn't aiming to see the face of God, feel one with the cosmos, grasp the hidden reality of time and space, or embark on a sacred journey. What Dutch graphic designer, producer, and rapper under the professional name Ter Lixt wants and gets from his twice weekly microdoses of psilocybin is more modest. It sharpens the senses as if the frequencies of all of your atoms and energy. Okay, I gotta change. Clearly, I gotta change the voice for this. Give me a second.
Maybe you need to take one.
Yeah, there you go.
It sharpens the senses if all the frequency of your atoms and energy fields are raised a little bit and are slightly more conscious,
said van der Meijden, 39. Her first microdose psilocybin, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms, 3 years ago. It makes him so energetic enough that he gets to skip coffee, as if I'm kicked in some sort of orbit for that day. If he becomes distracted, I'm very much aware of that, as if it's seeing myself from a bird's eye view, so I can correct myself very fast if I become distracted. Microdosing involves taking roughly 1/10 of the trip dose of a psychedelic drug. And that's pretty much it. And they've been using mushrooms now, which is why it's been legalized in states this past election. Calms anxiety, decreases depression, PTSD is another one they've been using it for. And of course, obviously we know this part already, is good for creativity. So real quick, psychologist, really? What the fuck is a psychologist? You can tell it's the second episode, folks.
You got an headache.
Bottoms up. All right, psychologist and psychedelics researcher James Fademan introduced the notion of microdosing as devised a followed protocol to follow it. 3 years after microdosing psychedelics became the latest Silicon Valley productivity hack, of all evidence about its effects have been anecdotal. Psilocybin is illegal almost everywhere, so it's nearly impossible to study scientifically. The scientific interest is driven in part by numerous reports over the years that psilocybin might be an antidepressant or anti-anxiety effects and might guide the development of better psychiatric drugs. In the first study of its kind, scientists in the Netherlands found that psilocybin microdoses have no noticeable effect on the problem-solving, rational thinking, and abstract reasoning ability called fluid intelligence, but they do seem to improve two forms of thinking that underline creativity. I actually have that right here. So you know who this guy is, right? Then James Fademan, judging by your...
James Fademan.
Yeah? That's cool.
He actually has a really good system of microdosing. He's the one who invented basically the 1 on, 2 off.
So 1 day microdosing.
Yeah.
You don't microdose for the next 2 days. So it's every 3 days. Okay.
Basically twice a week. What you were talking about, that rapper / everything.
Yeah. He basically just formed. This is the way you do it. This is the official way to microdose.
Yeah. Well,
And it's the effect stays on for the couple of days. Or not?
So the point of giving yourself those 2 days off is so that you don't build a tolerance. The proper way to microdose is going to be having a journal, having questions, like writing down everything you're feeling so that you can actually keep track of your progress, because it's a system. You're not doing it to get high. You're not doing it to cut corners or nothing.
1 day just normal. The next day you microdose. Then you just vibe for 2 days.
Yeah.
Then you log all that.
You log it all on.
How you're feeling, what might have changed.
Mm-hmm. And it's nice.
I would imagine you want to log what you're hoping to achieve or the effects, because that'll definitely start pushing you in the right direction too, I think, psychologically.
Yeah. So you're going to have a questionnaire. Like the proper way to do it, all right, let's say there's a website called The Third Wave. That's one of my favorite websites for
I think I have that here
stuff.
somewhere.
Yeah, it's legit. It's a really good website. And you can actually buy a booklet on how to microdose. And it will obviously come with a questionnaire and all things like that.
Sure.
Things that you wouldn't think about by yourself. Like,
sure.
I've known people who've done it their own, and it's a lot better when you have an actual steps to follow or questions to answer. You know, how do you feel today? How's this? How's that? You know?
Okay.
Makes it super easy. So you don't want to hand write a journal if they're not a writer, you know?
Sure. Fair enough.
But yeah. So that James Friedman
just like your bios, right?
Yeah. Nobody wrote their bios.
Anyway, moving on. All right, performance was so. This was the actual test that they did. Performance, and it was. Let me see. I think it was 38 volunteers that ended up getting involved in this. Performance was significantly higher on tests and convergent and divergent thinking, said psychologist Bernard Homel of Leiden University in the Netherlands, who led the study. Convergent thinking is the ability to focus on abstract concepts to identify a single solution to a well-defined program. Divergent thinking requires meandering mental forays and mental flexibility. Psychologists consider both to be ingredients of creativity. Whatever the dose, psilocybin binds to receptors for the neurotransmitter serotonin. The cortex is packed with these receptors, especially in areas that control reflection, imagination, and introspection. Leiden's Luisia Prochakova invited members of the Psychedelic Society of the Netherlands to participate in the study. She got 38 takers. There you go. Before the microdose, the volunteers took 3 standard psychological tests, 2 related to creative problem solving, and 1 an assessment of fluid intelligence. In one task, the microdosers had 5 minutes to think of ways to use a pen, like as a tracheotomy, a finger splint, I don't know, to pick up a ring, whatever, or ways to use a towel. That measures divergent thinking to move thoughts away from writing, or, for example, in the case of the use of the pen. The scientists found no post microdose differences on the fluid intelligence test, but after microdosing, performance on picture concepts was significantly higher. The microdosers also came up with significantly more uses for pens and towels, 16.7 versus 14.7, before they took the test. However, I think it was a towel the first time and a pen the second time, because obviously if you know the pen one's coming, you can think of more. So, and there's one college student that says like his mind just doesn't stop, thinking, and it just helps
Negative
calm the
thoughts.
mind and shit like that as well.
So basically what it is there's a part of your brain that is always on. It's called the DMN. That's
Okay.
your default mode network.
Sure.
So that's when you're daydreaming. That's when you're thinking about the future, thinking about the past, judgments on yourself, a lot of your self stuff, all that. It's your inner voice, And
Sounds
that's
like the thoughts that are happening when you're actually having your own thoughts.
Yes.
Okay.
But when you're having your own thoughts that you can't really control,
Sure.
like your daydreaming thoughts, like you're not so positive thoughts. And,
I think it's crucial, though. I think those thoughts, people don't realize how important they are and how much of a part of your life they are. Like, for instance, just in this situation, while I'm watching you there, talk there, I'm wondering if maybe you should, I'm understanding what you're saying, but I'm questioning whether you should be a little bit more left, a little bit more right,
Yeah.
Just little things like that. Or do I have the right camera going on? Little things. So they are a major, major part of your life, and people don't realize it or think about it too much.
So it enhances that
But-
side.
No. Not everybody needs to microdose, Some
Sure.
people can be very productive. Some people that turn to the left, turn to the right will take over their whole life.
Sure.
That's what it's for. So it's for people who have that voice and you want to tone it down a little bit. That's what
It's good for anxiety.
That's what like focus. It's more focus.
It is more focused.
you would say it's focused, but of course it's going to be focused because it's turning the volume off in
Sure.
your own head.
Sure.
So you can look outside and do and actually have different ways and different ideas.
So like somebody with like a ADHD condition is probably good for them.
I think so.
Obviously,
definitely.
it's not going to work for everybody with every situation, but
Yeah, but like anybody when you're off course completely.
Yeah.
It's
the
just
one thing
kinda-
that's interesting is they say you don't need coffee anymore. The people are like, I don't drink any more coffee. I just don't need it, which I find very, very interesting. My biggest thing, if I thought about it, was like, how well am I going to sleep? Am I going to sleep well? Because it's like, that's always would be the first thing that I would think. Because I
I got
my
something
sleep.
for you. Check
That's
this
sleep
out.
Sure.
on. That's sleep on to me.
I'm going to read a little bit now.
Go for it.
For most people, morning is the best time because it's the beneficial effects will last throughout the day without interfering with your sleep.
There you go. Okay.
It also takes daily notes for a journal and to observe effects and all that stuff. But yeah,
Sure.
morning is going to be the best time.
Gotcha.
And
Makes sense.
and also there's microdosing and there's actual medical benefits or actually mental health benefits from large doses.
Sure. Well, that's what they're studying now. And that's where a
That's-
lot of the
yeah.
legalization came from, especially PTSD is one that they're
Yep.
really looking into.
See, that's the difference. Like the psilocybin is very useful in a strong dose as well, but it's not for just hanging out. It should be in a proper setup.
Sure.
situation.
Well, ayahuasca. I have a friend out in California. He's a shaman at least once ever, or did actually. He's moved. He left San Francisco, but he would see a shaman at least three times a year, and take ayahuasca and be like, dude. Every time he came out, he's just like a renewed, sense
Yeah.
of purpose and
You know,
direction.
It's kind of like the example that I heard somebody talk about in the snow. Like, you keep running your sled down the same track. So your brain is working the same exact way
Sure.
every single time. And then what you're doing by taking these heavy doses is you're just cleaning the snow. And your brain is going to find another way down there.
That's a pretty cool freaking reference,
So-
man. I can get behind that.
That's kind of what it is. So you're just wiping the slate clean, and it's not like you're clearing your memory. Like you're not gonna know how to write, or you're not gonna know how to hang out with your friends. No,
Sure.
it's just wiping it clean and getting back to
A
how you
different way.
were when you're younger. Like
Yeah.
before you had the DMN take over your whole life.
What do you think, Laz? Something you'd ever try?
Nope.
No?
I don't even take like pain medicine or like cough
Yeah.
syrup shit. Like literally.
I hear you.
Cough syrup.
Cough
I'm serious.
syrup.
Like unless I'm like
Scissor? Is that what they call that shit?
even if I'm like sick as fuck.
Hey,
it's just
isn't
like,
it
I, like, I
called
gotta be like
scissor,
sick for me
sir?
to like take medicine. I hate it. I hate
Yeah.
how it makes like I hate taking something to like make a pain go away that's not there. It's just I hate that. Like a lot of people will do like I'm having a migraine. Like you're having a migraine because of something else. It has nothing to do with
So
that Tylenol is not helping you.
So real talk, I get migraines and a lot of them.
We talked about this, I think.
Yeah. So, but it was like a month ago. I was like, you know what? I told you I went to see the acupuncturist dude, whatever, and fucking sucked the blood out of my fucking body and shit. And I decided like I'm just gonna force I can't run because my fucking knee. Talked about that. I'm gonna force myself to exercise. So at least 3 or 4 days a week, I'm either doing yoga or I'm jumping on the bike for 30, 45 minutes.
Nice.
And dude, I just don't fucking get headaches anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I'm
know?
saying. It has to be. They're like your body works in a way it's gonna fix itself for whatever it is. But
Is there
like,
any thought into microdosing, like helping people helping people to quit smoking
yes,
or anything? Is there?
That is so. For the microdose, the thing is, the microdose has its own set of benefits.
Sure.
You know, I could get into those benefits a little later, but big doses have very good benefits as well. So
Sure.
it's kind of like the microdose is going to be for your weekly, like your daily, like kind of holding you on, helping you out for people who can't do big doses or
Sure.
or just not mentally prepared, and you have to be well.
yeah, but is this for like people that have like a routine weekly schedule? Like
No.
they're like the regular.
No, there's house moms.
Yeah, but house moms have their schedule every day the same.
Yeah.
Almost
And a
somewhat.
lot of- A lot
Like-
of techie dudes.
Well, exactly. Like they're tech dudes are just doing the same thing all the time. But like for example, like Seth, you were saying earlier, some days you got to wake up early, some days you don't. Some days you got
Yeah.
to deal with
Oh,
this, some days you don't.
It
Yeah.
doesn't affect you like that. By the way, I have pretty good experience with microdosing. I'm gonna
Like
say I
candy
knew-
cane. Sorry.
there's the LSD and there's the psilocybin. The psilocybin is your mushroom. The LSD is your derived from whatever. It's a chemical made.
Is angel dust? What's that? Is that the same thing as
That's-
LSD?
Hell no.
What's that?
Angel
PCP?
dust is like PCP. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like methamphetamine mixed or something.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, this is all natural shit. So the psilocybin is actually way more natural than
Sure.
LSD, obviously. So it doesn't, and by the way, it doesn't do anything wrong to you. It doesn't affect you negatively in any way when you're microdosing, even when you heavy dose.
So let's get into it. Actually, I have it right here. This is from Forbes. This is 2020. The safety risks of microdosing LSD. More recent phase 1 trial considered how safe and tolerable the doses would be in older adults. Total of 48 volunteers were given either a placebo or a set dose of LSD administered every 4 days for 21 days straight. Results of the study were positive and suggested that low doses of LSD carried no safety risk and were tolerated over the 3-week period. So,
So like I was saying, LSD and psilocybin are different.
sure.
Like I messed around with
No, but because you brought up LSD and it's
Yeah.
also used for microdosing, I figured.
it is. It's obviously way stronger of a psychoactive drug than
Sure.
and-
But I'm sure you would just take less of it, right?
Yeah, you take less of it. It's easy. But for example, let's see your risk and benefits. To reduce frequency and intensity of undesirable states caused by various forms of mental illness, including depression, anxiety, ADD, ADHD, mood disorders, PTSD, addiction. It helps with all that. To increase frequency and intensity of desirable states outcome, including creativity, energy, flow states, productive focus, improved relationships, increased empathy, athletic coordination, leadership, and development.
Athletic coordination is
Yeah.
interesting.
It's I understand it 100% because you're taking such a small dose, and really what it's doing to you is, I don't know, another example, like personally, this I don't even read this,
Sure.
but it's like you take psilocybin and your pupils grow. Your pupils grow, you see more.
Sure.
You know, so when
Sure.
you're on a hard trip, you see everything because your pupils are so big and you're seeing so much more.
Dilation, correct.
You take
Yeah.
a smaller trip, you just see a little more, but
Yeah.
you see more than you do regularly.
Okay.
So you're thinking different. Things are a little more beautiful to you. You know,
I know
Like,
it's more vivid for sure.
You see things differently. You think a little differently because the serotonin is actually flowing in your head a little more, and
Yeah, it actually, the serotonin receptors that it binds to, and once again, a lot of those receptors are in the creativity realm of the brain. What were your
Ayahuasca.
reasons for getting involved?
me,
Yeah,
health. Like I
Health?
said, I spent this whole year not drinking. I've drank a lot my whole life.
sure.
And I decided to do something that I didn't think I could do, which was not drink for the whole year.
Sure.
And it's already 22nd of December
Yeah.
or whatever date it is.
That's what's up, man.
And I feel
So-
great. So I just wanted to.
Still brought us some Chimay Blue. Gotta applaud that as well. That's right.
So, betterment, just
Yeah.
personal betterment. And I've always been interested in stuff like that. Like I used to go with friends to classes on ayahuasca and like shamanistic courses.
sure.
I was always into that stuff,
Sure.
Man Animal, that was like my first rap name.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
for
I
like
remember.
shamanistic, that was like shaman shit, a man and an animal, whatever. And then the dark sun with the moon and the sun, like
Sure.
I've
Sure.
always been into stuff like that because I've always leaned a little bit on I don't know how to say it, on medications, on like natural medications,
Secrets.
Secret. Since I was a kid. So now I'm an adult and I'm learning that it's not for fun. It's actually could be used for helping people
Sure.
and helping yourself. So now I'm getting really into it because I have this passion to kind of find another way besides Western medicine and pills for depression like SSRIs and TCIs and all these crazy pills.
Even like, people who take medication for, ADHD and shit like that as well.
What is it? Not Percocet.
Not Percocet. Adderall. was
Adderall.
one.
Adderall, yeah.
Yeah, like this is a natural source that you can do that's not gonna like physically or mentally
Affect you or
No,
make you
yeah.
dependent.
negatively affect
Make you
you.
dependent on
The
it.
only way it can negatively affect you is if you just take too fucking much.
Yeah, as
But
in
that's
everything.
going to be everything. Exactly.
Yeah, everything. Too much alcohol, you die.
Yeah.
You take all your Adderalls, you're done.
Sure.
Now,
I
what the
hear
people
you.
with Adderall is like, the more you take, the more you need.
Exactly.
Dude, the
it's
only
like-
time I've ever taken an Adderall was we were going to some freaking party. This was, 10 years ago here in Miami. And it just didn't, I did not like it. It just made me feel weird. And I was so, dude, I spent like $100 on fucking water because I was so thirsty. It just kept drying my mouth out, and I couldn't
can't.
drink beer because that wasn't going to help long term.
I can't see you taking any other like non-natural drugs. Like you don't do non-natural stuff.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, and me neither. And the only time I would
Maybe
use
like
Adderall,
in my 20s and shit.
the only time I would use Adderall would be when I was hungover. You know, I was hungover, pop an Addy, go to work, drink.
Sure.
and it would level me out.
And you brought something else, some
Yeah, I
wolf's
brought
bane. What was it called?
Yeah, because the worst thing about psilocybin, and the only real negative is that it's illegal.
Sure.
So you get caught with it,
Here.
you're done. That's
Well,
why-
not everywhere, right?
not everywhere, not in Oregon right now.
Yeah, and DC.
And DC's working on it. They're working
they're
on
getting
it.
there.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't even know what it is anyways to find it as
That'll be
illegal.
great.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing since the beginning, since I stopped drinking and started like looking into more holistic ways of basically stimulating your mind, because
Sure.
that's what you're looking for when you drink. That's what you're looking for when you drink coffee, when you do things. You just want a little stimulation, a little
Some
kick
people
up.
do it for the liquid courage. Want to go
Exactly.
talk to that girl, or
Yeah.
I guess
that was
that's
tough.
or that guy.
That's what was tough for me. Like
I'm gonna get on stage in front of thousands of
Yeah.
people, or just
Uh-huh.
give me a shot or two.
You stand up and you're gonna do your little poem or your little rap. And
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
You know,
yeah,
take
for
a
sure.
shot. Get
Just
up
a
there.
little bit of
That's
liquid
fine.
courage.
Yeah.
That's the only time I ever was like, I need a fucking.
But then,
Well, that's not true.
when you're a bartender, you're on the stage every single day.
True.
So it could become an issue. And so when I stopped drinking, I started messing around with Lion's Mane. That's what this is.
So hold up. There you go.
This brand is I haven't really tried it yet.
Lion's Mane. MALIONSMANE. Ooh, it's organic. Very nice. We like organic.
This one's pretty good actually. It's grown on logs and it's only the fruit bodies, so they don't have the roots, which have
Wait,
like
it's a type of mushroom.
yeah, it's
okay.
a type of mushroom. It looks like a lion's mane, like the mane of a lion. It grows on a log,
Kind of
long-
like Lucas right
Yeah, I
now.
was about
like
to say
Lucas's hair,
A
little like Lucas'
Look at
hair.
that.
and
All of a sudden, I don't want anything to do with Lion's Mane. I'm just kidding.
the main function in this is focus and clarity, and it's really good for people with dementia and Alzheimer's. So this is actually a medication for people with dementia and Alzheimer's. A doctor these days will tell you to take this as a.
Cause I was just curious, like, would they say take this for focus or take this for that?
Right here.
It doesn't have psilocybin, of course.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, you take it for focus, mental clarity, and that's pretty much it. Look, supports brain health, nerve health, increased clarity and focus, supports memory function and antioxidants, and it's anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
So it's any mushroom. Most mushrooms that are medical have a lot of benefits, and they're usually with anti-inflammatories and stuff like that. Like there's turkey tail, there's cordyceps, all these different kind of mushrooms.
Turkey tail.
Yeah, turkey tail's one. And cordyceps, and like there's actual things you can buy like this with 5 or 6, maybe 7 different types of mushrooms that use each other and help you to basically immunity, for your
That's
immune
pretty
system
cool.
and stuff. So that's what I was looking into. And then I obviously started leading to microdosing because it was the same kind of, same kind of plan, same kind of thing. And
Like first day or two, how was it? First week.
okay, so what my friend did, he started with LSD, and he took basically an LSD tablet, put it into an ounce of water, an ounce of purified water, and waited a couple days, and you get about 30 pipettes out of that. So he was doing 1 pipette a day, or every other day,
Sure.
and you kind of notice.
So he's doing a 1/30th every other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he told me you noticed like a little more clarity. He was writing, he was a writer.
Sure.
so
Sure.
he
Creativity.
write a little more
well
creativity.
established.
A very good, very in tune with nature. You just find yourself outside,
Far out, man.
wanting to sit down in the grass and
Sure.
and actually looking at a tree. It forces you, and by force I mean pleasantly.
Sure.
Force, like you just
It
notice.
nudges you.
Yeah,
Just a little pat on the hiney. Like, come on, dude.
and
Do
you're
that.
a little more open. You're a little more humble, like you were saying, humility
Sure.
and empathy. A lot of empathy.
Sure.
And just things that make you a better person. A lot of it things that just make you a better person.
Sure.
And I did that for a while, but now it's psilocybin,
Yeah. Yeah.
growing right out the ground, a nice clean psilocybin source.
Sure. Sure. Natural. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. I'm with you on that. I think it'd be cool to try. That's for sure. I was never really big into that stuff, but I've definitely, way back in the day, I've definitely had my fair share. Especially when I spent some time in Amsterdam, because there it's different there. Over there, it's just weird. Just being able to just walk into a store and it's packaged, and it even has like. I actually took a picture of it. It's like this card that you'll find in all these stores. It tells you, the rating system. So, when you pick up your package of commercially sold mushrooms, they call them truffles there, like what rating it is on the visual, on the mental, on the, so you're like, you know what? I really want to go on a visual trip, but not so mental. Oh, these are perfect. It's like,
that's
fucking
great.
Little chocolate hearts.
yeah, chocolate hearts. Fuck yeah. No doubt
Yeah,
about
man.
that.
So
All right. Well, listen, any last minute thoughts for take our first break?
No, sir.
No? All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Lucas's weather. I got the top 5 Russian hacks that transformed cybersecurity for the United States.
Nice.
I got a quick update. We got some beef. We got an asshole. And maybe we'll see. Potentially,
Am I an asshole?
maybe. And
What?
One asshole between
Beef?
all right. We'll be back very shortly. Boo.
I maintain my evil life. I maintain my evil life. I maintain my evil life. I maintain my evil life.
From down under.
All right, so we're back, and we're going to jump straight into Lucas's weather. So, Lucas, where do we have for the weather this week?
This week we have Hump Tulips, Washington.
That's a good one.
Hump tulips.
Yeah, it's one word. Hump Tulips.
Okay. Hump-
HUMPTULIPS.
Wow, it's hump tulips. Wow. Okay, so hump tulips, and you said Washington, like Washington State.
I want to yes, Washington State.
Okay, hump
Right,
tulips.
right on the coast.
All right. Any other little thoughts or tidbits about the place?
No, I couldn't find too much on it.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they like tulips. That's for sure. All right, Lucas. So I guess with this, we'll just go ahead and start with Saturday.
Saturday,
Yeah.
October 26th. High of 46.
October? Bro,
Or-
what the hell is wrong with
Why
you,
you keep
man?
saying October? This
You
has
do
been
this
like the
every
third
fucking
week.
bro.
I didn't do it last
Jesus
week.
Christ.
Yeah, you did.
You did last week. Dickhead, October. Want to try that again? Butt
Maybe
munch?
it's October, bro. Fuck.
Cocktober.
Yeah. Dorktober. Cocktober. Okay.
What? You got beef?
Sure do. It's Cocktober. All right, Lucas.
All right,
Tulip
December-
buns. What is it? Tulip lips? Tulips.
Hump tulips.
Hum tulips. Okay. So, maybe you're humping two lips.
That's what I heard.
I'm just.
That's why I thought it was funny.
I thought the flower.
Oh.
no.
Oh.
Well, I
Okay.
guess we know his mind's not in the
Yeah, right.
Yeah, where's your mind on
Apparently,
flowers?
that's what happens when you have a little girl. I guess all of a sudden everything's rainbows.
No,
and
if you have, I
unicorns.
have a girl, I don't want her thinking
Yeah.
about helping a flower.
I thought it was
like, I don't want to think about helping at all.
Okay. All right.
Humpty
I thought it was
Dumpty.
rainbows and unicorns before your daughter.
No, dick munch,
I like to fuck tulips.
penis lips. All right. So anyway, hump tulips Saturday, not October, and go.
December 26th.
There you go.
We will have a high.
You got it right, folks. Okay, go ahead.
High of 46, low of 40. Rain,
Okay.
sitting at 90% chance of precipitation with the winds coming out of the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour.
Okay, 9 miles per hour. A little bit of wind.
This Sunday, December 27th, high of 46, low of 32. Showers again with the chance of precipitation at 40% with the winds coming out of the east at 5 miles per hour.
You know, like 32 is like, couldn't you just be 31 and give us some fucking snow? Like, serious Mother Nature. What
Does it
the
have
fuck?
to be 31 for there to be snow?
Well,
No, the ground has to be at least.
for it to stick.
The ground.
Yeah.
I mean, to
For it to
snow,
stick.
I think it has to be lower.
Damn, we even ran through the rain.
Oh, so the snow will melt when it hits the ground. That's what you mean.
Yeah, at 32. It'll still snow, but it doesn't want to stick as well.
Yeah, we don't need it to stick. Sticking is annoying. I just
No,
wanna feel
fuck
the
that,
snow.
bro. What's the point of having the snow if you can't enjoy it at least a little bit?
No, if it doesn't stick, I don't get paid.
Oh yeah, well, you're not there.
Plowman.
All right, so where are we? Monday?
Yes, Monday, December 28th. High of 45, low of 33. Partly cloudy with a 15% chance of precipitation with the winds coming out of the east at 4 miles per hour.
Maybe a little bit of wind. A couple morning birds.
Tuesday, December
Maybe a
29th.
campfire. Oops, there we go.
What was that?
Say we're camping outside in the woods.
If you hear a frog in the middle of, or towards the end of December, you're in the wrong area.
Yeah.
You need to
Well, we
run.
are in Florida,
Yeah.
so
Up here. You
We're
need to
cold.
run.
yeah. But it's cold out. You might want a little campfire. Okay, so Monday. Oh wait, now we're on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, where are you? Where have you been?
Whatever, October face.
October.
I forgot
Yeah.
Lucas was on the show today.
Yeah.
Sorry, Seth ain't do it today.
Do a long version.
I'm going to cry now.
Both
This
shows.
shit's so long.
All right, so where are we Tuesday?
Tuesday, December 29th. High of 43, low of 35. A few showers around with a chance of precipitation at 30% with the winds coming out of the east-southeast of 5 miles per hour.
Okay.
Wednesday, December 30th. High of 44, low of 39. Showers with the chance of precipitation at 55% with the winds coming out of the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour.
Oh, I really thought I was going to be able to use my ice sound effect, but I guess not.
Research Lucas.
All right.
with the
Research
weather.
Lucas with the weather.
I got a question.
Yep, go for it. Go for it.
When are you going to take all of Lucas's weathers and put them on one track so that we can just play it and go to sleep?
I think that would be great. Man, I could do that. That would be a lot of work going through like 40 some shows, but it could be done.
Pussy, you
for
won't
sure.
do it. You won't
What's
do
that? You won't do it. Whatever, bitch. You got nothing to
it. No
do.
balls. No balls.
You got nothing to do.
God damn.
Send me the audio files.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Just
could do
the
it.
sound
It'd be
effects.
cool. You got some audio editing
Yeah.
software, so
I
whatever.
heard that. I heard it.
All right. So anyway, we're going to jump into 5 Russian hacks that transformed cybersecurity. So I'm going to start from the most recent because we already know of them. First one was the Sunburst attack. No big deal. I mean, it's a big deal. We already know about it. We just talked about it. Just happened. Basically got into everything. Commerce Department, Department of Defense, the Pentagon. They used a security monitoring software platform, invaded that, and then invaded everything else every time we did an update. That was obviously right now. And then the Democrats, 2016, when they got into Hillary, yeah, exactly. Remember
The
that shit?
emails.
Exactly. Hillary Clinton's emails. So that was 2016.
That's Russian?
That was, yep. These are all the Russian ones.
Russian ones. 5 Russian hacks.
So, but here we go. 2008, this buckshot Yankee. Someone picked up something they should not have and put it in a computer. So what happens is you just go wherever you want to infect, just drop a freaking drive on the ground. People say, hey, what's that? Think I'll plug it into my computer because I'm an idiot and find out.
Dumb fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Who does that though?
Well, I
Like,
mean, now people know a lot better, but back then, it's something
that was
new.
worse back then, I think.
Yeah, but like people didn't know as much about hacking 12 years ago as they do now. That's for sure.
That's like fucking with no condom.
No,
Yep.
2008, bro. 2008. What were we doing in 2008? Oh, Layla wasn't even.
Oh,
yeah, we were.
That
young.
was the
Yeah, I would've
crash,
picked it up.
dude.
Yeah, I would have picked it up.
Everybody
Fuck,
would've
I'm
picked
just
it
thinking right now.
Dude, I
That
was still in
12
high
years
school
ago.
in
Fuck,
2008.
we're old as fuck, bro.
Sure. Yeah,
You were still in high school,
That's
Lucas?
right.
Yeah, I graduated 2009.
Shit. That's my daughter was born in 2009.
It took 4 months for an analyst to spot the breach at U.S. Central Command and clear it up. Code named Buckshot Yankee. So it was linked to the same group that was behind Moonlight Maze. And Moonlight Maze, that's the second one. They're actually the fourth one, but number 2, counting down to 1. Moonlight Maze, this is in the mid-1990s. So mid-1990s, the first major cyber espionage campaign conducted by a state intelligence agency was uncovered. Some of the details remain classified, but this group was high-end hackers working low and slow to steal U.S. military secrets through a back door. The hackers took vast amounts of information. U.S. investigators were confident they knew who was behind it. The attackers worked 800 hours to 1700 hours, basically 8 to 5 Moscow time, but never on a Russian holiday. And Russian language was found in the code. And on top of everything else, of course, Moscow completely denied it. But it's kind of funny, like, wow, that's interesting work hours you guys got going on over there. So, and the first one ever, this is 1986. This was like the one where like, oh shit, this is like a thing. It's called Cuckoo's Egg. First person to trail foreign hackers taking sensitive U.S. data was not a spy, but an astronomer who was worried about an unpaid 75-cent bill. Cliff Stoll, S-T-O-L-L, looked after the computer networks in his lab. In 1986, he noticed someone logging in to use a computer without paying. In the coming months, he would follow their trail and observe the unknown party searching for military-related data. In his book, Cuckoo's Egg, Stoll reveals how he eventually traced the login to a group of hackers in Germany who had sold their access to the KGB. It led Stoll to involve America's intelligence community as the first country to move information online. Stoll's discovery was the first indication the U.S. was going to be a lucrative target for foreign hackers.
Man,
So-
96.
That's crazy. All they had to do was pay that fucking
86?
75 cents, bro. Like, and you got caught.
Exactly. He probably just 75 cents. That's hilarious.
Dude, that's great.
pay
He's
the
like,
fucking
yo,
bill, bitch.
They paid us 75 cents.
Really?
Something's wrong here.
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine the Russian, you forgot to pay the 75 cents.
fucking idiot.
Yeah, right? What is this
this is
guy?
how we got caught. Really? Really?
Here's a dollar. Here's a dollar.
75 cents.
No, we didn't have any change.
How much would that be in 86? That would probably be like, I don't know, $3.
Now it'd be like $4 or $5.
Yeah, something
But
like that.
internet was probably worth more at that time.
Research Lucas.
True.
We
All
were
right,
inflation
so
type prices.
we're going to
wasn't-
move in.
Do you
There
want
wasn't
me-
that many computers back
Do you want me to
There
look that
were.
up? Or
Yeah, go
Internet,
ahead.
internet
Just put
access.
$1. Just put $1 in 1986, and we can multiply that by 0.75. All right, so here we go.
What? You got beef?
So Marcos
Oh,
said you had a little bit of beef, and then I got some after that, and I think that's it for the beef, and then we can move into asshole.
I got my little bitty beef.
Okay. So it's just an itty bitty bitty beef.
You know, let's see. You tell me how serious it is because
5 ounce wacko?
it's 75 cents.
75-cent beef. Okay.
No, it's all right. I work at a restaurant,
Sure.
and people get sick at the restaurant. So,
Sick.
and I know,
Sick of working in a restaurant? You mean?
no, sick like COVID.
Okay,
Shit.
sure.
I forgot
You
about
know?
you.
So I know there's people. My beef is with the people that work in restaurants that know they have COVID because they either lost their sense of smell or they took the test and they realized that they're sick or whatever the reason is that you know you're
Damn.
sick and you have COVID, but you don't want to miss 2 weeks of work because you're making money
That's
and you
crazy.
decide
So
to
that
put
shit's
a mask
happening?
on.
Holy shit, dude.
That shit is happening.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I never really would have fucking thought about
It's
that.
happening a lot because
Wow.
young people don't get the it doesn't mess them up that much, so they're still able to work. They just
Sure.
take some medicine and they
There's-
go to
there's
work.
somebody
But they're
that
spreadable.
a friend of a friend that went to get tested because they felt like they had it, still went to work, and then they ended up having it, and they had to and they left. I'm like, yo, so you're just spreading it right now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
You know, that's my beef.
And
Like,
that's why, like, a lot of the reason why the spread is happening is just people in denial, and people just not giving a shit.
people not giving a shit.
That's the problem.
And some people are like supposed to be quarantining because they are sick and they are infected with the virus.
Infested.
And they're infested with the virus,
That was-
and they decide to go to Publix and they decide to go places, and they know that they're sick.
Sure.
They should be home.
that's why they that's why they did the mandatory mask thing.
All right. Well, you know what? That's some
That's my
valid
beef.
fucking beef,
Beef?
man.
Fuck that, bro.
Jeez. All right. So I got something. My beef is with Carson fucking Wentz. Okay. Jesus. So Carson, bro,
Quarterback, right?
You suck all fucking year.
Wow.
You've had some moments of brilliance. I'll give you that, but you've sucked most of the fucking year, if not all of the fucking year.
He played your team, huh?
No, he's on our
He is
team.
on it.
Oh, I don't know. And then what?
That's home
Okay.
team quarterback for him.
Jeez, Laz.
I'm not watching fucking football,
I
bro.
know, bro.
Like it's not my fault. It's your fault. I have to
The
fucking
listeners
study.
know it's my fault.
To study for
the
your
listeners
show.
know.
I have to work.
No, but you know what? He's doing so fucking poorly. We paid him like $110 million. I think 90 of it guaranteed. We were like, you know what? Maybe you should sit down for a little while. So he gets benched, and this fucking rookie that we drafted in the beginning of the second round this year comes out and beats New Orleans, which is a 10-2 fucking team. They're out destroying everybody, and we just, came in and beat them.
Oh,
New
you know
Orleans
what I
is
thought?
balling.
The way you were
They're
saying
balling.
it was like he was about to ball out.
So
What? You got beef?
yeah, I got beef. And the reason why is because instead of just going for your team, shut your fucking mouth. He's like, if I'm not going to be the starter, then I want to be traded.
That's what he said?
That's what he said in the fucking last week.
Oh my God.
So freaking the rookie comes out again, almost beats freaking the Cardinals, who have DeAndre Hopkins, who have Fitzgerald. So, I mean, you just, our defense just couldn't freaking. So, and then he's getting the freaking start next week also against Dallas. So, Carson Wentz, shut your mouth. You've sucked
If you're trash,
way
get the
too
fuck out of
much.
here. Get the fuck out.
Hurts second start versus Cardinals, 338 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 4 total touchdowns,
One rushing touchdown, by the way.
7.7 yards per completion, 73 yards rushing, 1 rushing touchdown, 0 interceptions, 0 turnovers, and 6 sacks. Eagles rookie record in the first half.
So he was
6 sacks?
He was sacked 6 times.
Yeah.
All right, Marcos. So you also are
asshole?
wondering, yeah,
Am I an asshole?
one more.
Am I an asshole?
So go
So
for it.
I was playing basketball with my girl's little brother,
Okay.
and
How old is Little?
he's 15, almost 16.
Okay.
He's already that old now? Oh, yeah, just old up. Great. Damn.
Yeah. And his friends. So they're same age, 15, 16, and playing basketball, whatever. And then this one of their friends calls a foul. No, calls a travel or something stupid,
Sure.
like
Wait, on street basketball?
in street basketball.
All right.
Calls travel when I didn't
Was it like
take
a
the steps.
obvious travel? Or
No. It was like really, it was not a travel
Tiki
first off.
tack.
It's not a basketball. It's not
It was like maybe my foot landed as
travel.
the ball landed, something dumb.
Okay.
And
He
I turned to
traveled.
him and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
Well, like, who calls that? And this and that. And then he like wants to continue and say that, no, it's our ball. Like starts walking to the top of the key, like, give me the ball. And
So all these kids are about that age, right?
yeah.
Okay.
And it was a 2-on-2. And
What were the other kids like? Yeah, dude, that's messed up.
No, they were like, what? They're like, what?
What about his own teammate?
Yeah, his own teammate was like, I don't know. Nobody wanted to take
Sure.
any, like, they didn't know. I'm like, I dribbled it. I dropped the ball down, so there's no drop. There's no foul. I mean, no travel. And he's like, you didn't drop the ball down. I'm like, I didn't bounce the ball. I know I bounced the ball. Like, you can't tell me I didn't bounce. No, you
Sure.
didn't bounce it. I'm like, what?
So you're basically arguing with a 15-year-old
I'm arguing
over
with a
a
15-year-old.
fucking travel.
That's not the asshole part.
okay.
Oh, that's all.
Okay.
Like,
That's not the asshole part.
Sure.
Then I was like, you're a pussy. Now I know where he gets it from. Hanging out with your pussy ass. This, that. And I start going in, calling all these whack ass fouls. You guys are going to get beat up. This, that. And I kind of went in like, bro, you can't be
Oh,
doing this kind of
dude.
stuff. And then later, and
I
after
think
that,
you're
it
an
was
asshole.
like,
Please continue.
no,
Pretty
he's
sure.
not an
And after
asshole.
that-
You don't
after
do that
that, I'm
shit in a
like-
fucking regular on the court street basketball
you
game.
don't, thank you, Losner. You
Fuck
don't
that.
Okay.
So then,
Oh, call Jackson. Fuck.
so then-
Okay.
and then I'm like, bro, you guys don't play ball. I play ball. I know what a move is. Like, I'm not going to travel.
So it was a basketball move.
It was a basketball.
we had some
Okay.
shit that we
and
used
the
to play.
asshole. Go.
We used to play this one of my homies from a long time ago. You know how Kobe used to do that little jump and then shoot?
Yeah.
So then
yep.
it was a Spanish dude. Damn.
fade away.
What was his name? Oh, Mario. This someone he was like, yo, he did a little jump. Like, yo, that's a travel. You can't just do that shit. It's like, yo, Kobe did it. They didn't call it. So then like it was like a long time. We're like, yo, that's fake. And then we saw Kobe do it and they didn't call that shit in the game for real. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
He would do like a little hop after he stopped. And shoot it. Yeah.
But like we had like a big argument over something like that because that's like shit, we don't know. You feel me? Like, I don't know about that one. But like a little like, oh, you walk the extra step. It's not a real basketball game, bro.
Yeah.
We're on the street. Like,
Yeah.
And then these
Travel.
fouls, and then like, and then I get to the point. At that point, that's it. The switch is on. So I go to the basket. They foul me. I don't call nothing, you know. And then they go to the basket. They might hit my body. They start calling fouls. I'm like, yo, this is pussy shit.
Sure.
You know, like, and I go inside, and the little brother comes in after, and we're sitting on the couch watching TV, whatever. And he goes, hey, you know what's funny, man? We started playing with some other 3 guys and whatever, and this kid started calling stupid calls to them, and they wanted to kick his ass. They were like, he tells me, you know what the guy said? He goes, I ain't getting cheated by this cracker.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They were playing with the wrong people, man. I was like, man, you can't be
nah,
making
kid,
calls
you're not
like
calling
that,
no
yo.
calls like that. Unless it's something like blatantly crazy.
Yeah.
No.
True.
Come on,
Gunshots
you're
over
not
here.
You're not an asshole, bro. You play the game. Like,
right,
somebody
all
hard
right.
fouls you, yeah,
It's
it's a
just that
foul.
he's fucking 15 years old. That's the whole
Hey,
thing.
no,
Hey.
no. We
Okay.
played basketball.
When
We
you
was
were
young.
16,
Sure.
No,
like,
I was a yeah. I had a
Exactly.
mouth.
No,
I had a
exactly.
mouth
you're
for
not.
sure.
But you can have your mouth, but you're not calling stupid fouls. You're
Nah,
not calling dumb
definitely
double. Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
Definitely
That's
not.
crazy.
All right. And Laz, you got your old job called. How'd that go?
Ah, shit. Fuck these motherfuckers. Yeah, they want me to come back, but I'm not gonna lie. Look, I know 2020 sucked for everybody. My new job doesn't make that much money, but it's fine. I have a lot of time, bro. A lot of time for my family. A lot of time with how work goes. My schedule is my schedule. It is what it is. They call me back to come back like on Christmas.
Sure.
Fuck. Like your first day's Christmas.
Really?
Like,
Damn.
I didn't even. You said save it for the show. I was
Sure.
like about to vent the fuck out, but like,
Damn.
they were like, "Oh, your first day's gonna be Friday. You know, tell them you can't." I'm like, "Yo, kid, what?" I'm like, "No, I've been thinking about it for like 2 weeks. Somebody will like drop the ball. Like they're gonna call you like in a week or two
Sure.
to see if you want to come back." And even before that, I was like, "I'm just gonna get a second job because I literally work a lot of hours in 3 days, and the 4 days I have off is like I'm good. I got the podcast on Sunday most of the time before this thing,
Sure.
and then Monday, Tuesday, I'm with my daughter. I watch her little sister sometimes. Then Wednesday we got that. Wednesday is randomly, but like I have the most time in the world for my family, my kids, Renee, Rick. Like, you know what I mean? Like my brother Renee, Rick. Like I'm vibing. I really do not want to go back to that hustle and bustle. Stuck at work 12 hours.
No
never
idea
know
what your
when you're getting
schedule's
it
going to
off.
be.
No idea what your schedule's going to be next week. No idea when you have to come to work. No idea when you're getting off. Finding somebody to like pick up Layla from school. I know like the school thing's not here. Like it was crazy.
you know, if there's anything this year showed us is like we appreciate our time more.
what?
Time can be more valuable
Sure.
than money. Not so much, you know what I'm saying? But
I want more time now that since I have all the time I just got. I
Yeah.
just got all this time and they want to take it away from me and I want more.
it's
Like,
precious,
yeah.
man. It's precious. Like,
and I'm not gonna lie, like Amazon, like we work hard. I love the job, bro. Like it is what it is. You get your holidays off. They pay you. They don't pay as much as I would like to get paid, but it's great. Like it's vibing. Like it's chill. It is what it is. Do you have your personal time? You have your vacation. You have
Set
insurance
schedule.
to walk in. Your set schedule. The only thing wrong with the place is the amount of money I'm making.
Sure.
But like for me, schedule wise, like Layla's mom works there in the morning, and if I work at night. So days that we work together, I just drop Layla straight to her. You know what I mean? Like at work in the parking lot, like I'm with Layla. Here you go.
That's
bye.
pretty cool.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's 10 minutes from my house. I don't
Sure.
pay for parking, and my brothers work with me. Like
Ricky works there
Ricky
too.
works there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, like, literally, like, in between shifts, I see them. Like, so I come to work, like, we chill, have a smoke, like, whatever, like, talk shit about the day and go. Like, you can't beat that
Yeah.
little thing. Like,
Nope.
it's
sometimes you'll sacrifice a little bit of money
like, I'll sacrifice
for
a little bit of money.
better life.
Yeah.
You said Christmas off.
yeah, Christmas Eve,
Well, good
Christmas
for
off,
you, bro.
New Year's Eve off. You
I
already
think
know
you
you're
made
off.
the right decision for sure.
Nah, if ain't I do need more money. I'm just gonna get like a second job on the side, whatever. I'll be all right. I'm good.
You figure it
Like,
out. it sounds like you're making the right decision for yourself and for your family and all that. And that being the case, good things will happen to you and something will come along that'll fit exactly what you need, man. Yeah. That's for sure. Here's the thing. So many people waste their time and energy on the wrong job or the wrong person or the wrong this. And the reason why it's so bad is because you spend so much time on that when something good comes along, you don't even notice it or you don't have time for it or any of that shit, you know, and that's where it gets really, really important. So sticking with this job that's going to leave those days open for you to find something that fits within those confines, it's going to be much more beneficial and advantageous than just taking a fucking job for the money. All right, well, listen, we're going to finish up with Laz's Corner of Positivity over
Laz's
here.
Corner of Positivity.
So what you got, Laz?
You and these no warnings, bro. Fuck.
Okay, next time say, okay, Laz, we're going to go to your Corner of Positivity in exactly 3 minutes.
Yes, I would like that.
How do you think I feel?
Oh, you're not even listening, Lucas.
Hold on a second.
Oh, shit.
Did you say something?
He's not even
Did you say
here.
something?
Yeah. Okay, Laz.
50 front. Fuck you. I'm ready, motherfucker. Like I just need to open my phone. I don't know what you do with other people. Like
Sure. Go for it.
50 frontline heroes gifted new cards for going above and beyond to help during pandemic surreal. I don't know why I keep doing pandemic shit, but like,
That's all right. I mean,
that's the main
pandemic
thing.
is so hot right now.
That's life.
Yeah. This is where the fuck is this from? Good News Network.
Okay.
Really.
Good News Network?
Good News Network. That's
Okay.
what it's from.
Sure.
50,
Is that your secret
No,
spot?
hell no. I'm
Secret
not giving
positivity
I'm not giving
site.
a secret spot.
Because you're like, I'm never going to tell you
I
guys.
randomly ran into this one.
Okay.
I still have my secret spot.
Okay.
So Mazda, which is celebrating their 100th. Oh, fuck you guys. Mazda, which is celebrating the 100th anniversary, announced in October it was giving away 50 brand new MX Miata for their 100th anniversary special edition models, which each car destined for individuals who are tirelessly dedicated themselves to their communities through 2020
Nice.
and doing the selfless acts. So they got 1,000 nominations. And
Chose 50?
yeah, I mean, how much, people,
I'll tell you what, the Mazda 6 I had, I loved that
this is like
car.
the-
But the Miata, I don't even know if I'd fit in one of those.
MX Miata, I mean, it's fine. It's just like a free.
I mean, for
fun
free,
car.
yeah.
How long ago was it they had the Miata? Is it new? They stopped
They're
making
still
it?
making them.
Are
Yeah,
they?
it's, like,
Okay.
it's a different. It's not like the. It's like it looks like a bigger sports car.
Sure.
So 3 of them are in New York,
Okay.
and most of them are here.
Okay.
That's cool though.
That's cool.
They're
That's
giving
really
a 100
cool.
car, 100
Laz's
anniversary,
Corner
100.
of
No, sorry,
Positivity.
50, 100 anniversary cars, which are probably worth something.
Worth money, yeah. They can flip it up. That's for sure. Collector's items and shit.
and they deserve it.
yeah,
They're the ones
no,
out here trying to
a
save
lot
us.
more deserve it, but that's pretty awesome of Mazda to do that for sure.
Did we give shout outs already?
We did.
that was the
Yeah,
beginning
you
of
shout out your for the
Oh, that was the first show. This is
Yeah,
a new
for
show
we
now.
don't shout out like for both shows
Oh,
because it's. Do you want? Go ahead. So, Marcos, do you have any shout outs?
I want to give a shout out to my girl Rosie, and
Okay.
I actually want to give a shout out to a couple of bartenders at work. Gio, he's thinking about starting up a podcast. I was telling him to watch this one.
Hell yeah!
That it was great, and the whole setup and everything is dope. So shout out to him. Hopefully he could get his shit going soon.
That'd be cool.
He's a musician. He learned all his music like watching YouTube videos. So
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah.
he's gonna watch YouTube videos and learn from this and learn from like how to do a little podcast that he got going on.
Oh yeah,
So yeah.
and that's what's up, man. Well, wish him luck. If he has any questions or anything we can do to help, I'm sure I could, have him watch the show and we can answer them for him for sure. All right, well that's it. I guess we got Seth in mic 1, we got Laz in mic 2, we got Lucas in mic 3,
Hey.
and we got Marcos in mic 4. So Coast, the Dark Sun, Man Animal, the whitest voice you've ever heard it said. So Lucas, rock on. Laz still has his headphones on. That's amazing. And we'll see you guys next week. Boom.
Boom.
What's up?